guys, and welcome back to another episode of your Brains Coach podcast. My name is Angela Shurina. I'm your host, I'm your Brains Coach, and it is my job here to bring to you all the best, recent, cutting edge, sometimes popular, well-researched, and definitely effective when you actually put in the reps, brain body tools, so you get to take better control of your thoughts, of your emotions, and most importantly, actions, so you could take control, or if not entire, then some control of the direction of your life, so you could create the life experience that you absolutely love living. Guys, I went to the gym as I usually go. Every day I do some form of exercise, purposeful exercise. I either lift, I do yoga, sometimes I do cardio. But every single day I have a minimum of 30 minutes, not of movement total. I also walk, but exercise, purposeful exercise. And I've been doing it for 20 years. No, even more actually. I'm already 37 and I started when I was 13. So yeah, I've been in the gym for 24 years. So it's been a long time. So it's more of a habit right now for me. But in order for me, even for me to keep going to the gym, I need to have a reason. Like I need to understand what's all for. What it's going to sum up to. And we human beings, like our brain is designed that way, guys. You want to understand this, is your brain is always looking for a reason. Specifically to answer this question, what's in it for me? What's the reward? What's the return of investment of your energy and your effort? Because if there is no return, then you can redistribute your energy somewhere else where you could get returns. So for me, going to the gym is investing in my vitality, in feeling great, in having pain-free life, in having this zest that people even think my talent, having this vibe of motivation, of drive, of pursuit, flowing through me and wanting to do something and being able to do so and going on all these adventures and hikes right now and in the future and being able to fully embrace my life and not getting sick also and not wasting time there feeling sorry for myself, low on energy and wasting my time, to be honest. So this is what exercise is for me. It's kind of like brushing your teeth. What's return on investment on brushing your teeth? Well, after you brush your teeth one time, there is probably none. But if you quit doing it forever or just very inconsistent with it, you might get more dental problems that you'd like to. And we all know how that can go not well with all the pain and just not having good smile when you open your mouth, not being comfortable with smiling, with laughter, all these amazing things that we human do that attract us to each other. So that's the return on investment on brushing your teeth. That's why we all do this. We kind of like, yeah, it makes sense. So with exercise, I think the pain of not doing it, it's a lot of people either don't make the connection that they themselves put on themselves this pain and this a lot more suffering in later years. And if you are anything after 30, then it's going to happen sooner than later. You're going to start feeling pains and all kinds of discomforts and getting sick and not feeling comfortable in your body, not feeling all that vibrant. When you don't exercise, your body doesn't function all that well because your body is designed to move. Actually, your brain has evolved to accommodate the movement of the body so you could get out there, get resources, get your life together, etc. But all of that to make you understand, guys, that whatever you do, if you do it consistently, your brain made a connection at some point that this is worth it, whether that's mentally, emotionally, socially, physically, whatever that is, your brain made a connection like this. What I do regularly is worth it. Why I decided to start with it, I wanted you to see this connection that your brain never does anything without a reason. That's how we survived as a species, your brain doing these precise calculations without your conscious even awareness most of the time. So you could survive and thrive and procreate and keep our species going. But understand this, that you never do anything without a reason. And in order to do anything consistently, let's say putting in long work hours or putting in workout hours or being on some healthy eating nutrition protocol to improve your overall health, energy, well-being, prevent diseases, etc. In order to do all of that, all these repetitions in these arenas, I'm working on my work muscle. You need to first understand what it's all for. You need to first have the belief that the repetitions in this arena will sum up to something that means something in your life. Because what is meaningful to me not necessarily is meaningful to you or to any other person. Although for me, like not taking care of your health, your fitness, your vitality, your energy, it's like, if you don't have that, what do you have? Everything in life that you do comes out from your energy, from your health, from your vitality, from your ability to go through hard stuff and endure and learn and improve, right? But anyhow, so you understand what it all means and how it all sums to something meaningful. So I get return on investment on my effort. Only when you believe in that, you will put in the reps. And then with the reps, you will get to learn, you will get to fail and learn and try again. And at some point, you create some leverage. You're like, I built a skill. And if I apply it here, I actually get a lot more return on investment than a lot of other people who haven't built the skill. But first, reps. No reps, no gains. That works in the gym, works in life. First, you got to stay consistent. You got to get consistent. And only after you have a chance to get all these other benefits of learning, of getting leverage and getting a lot more return on investment of your time and effort. Why am I talking about that? Well, I want you to understand that in order to put in the reps, you got to have the belief. And without the reps, you're not going to get any result anywhere. Even to learn, you got to put in the reps. Like I can give you and talk to you about the best fitness and nutrition program. But if you don't actually get in the game, in the arena and try and do those things, it will be like throwing balls against the wall. They're going to bounce back and nothing going to stick. So that's exactly what's going to happen. You can't understand conceptually. No, you can understand conceptually a lot of things, but until you start doing them and putting in the reps, A, you're not going to get any results. B, you're not going to get actual learning and skill acquisitions. You don't acquire skills by reading or hearing about that. You acquire skills by learning about that and then applying them. Getting some water, getting excited. My voice needs that support. By the way, did you know that in order for you to have great voice, you need to be well hydrated? It's kind of like well-oiled machine. If it's not oiled, not going to work well. But that's a small distraction from our main topic. So you need to have the belief to put in the reps. But belief is not a one thing. Belief is many different things at different times. What do I mean by that? We know that in order to develop inner and outer strengths and build skills, you need to have certain mindsets, growth mindset, and other types of mindset like resilient and grit mindset in order to put in the work when it feels hard. And yes, you're going to have those days when you're pumped and you're motivated and you're full of energy, but a lot of days also, especially when you want to build skill beyond your current level, a lot of those repetitions, just like in the gym, going to be harder until you get to that level. And then if you want to grow further, you want to make it harder, you're going to get stronger and it's not going to feel, harder and harder and harder all the time. But you get the idea. You need to be able to endure hard stuff. And in order to do that, you need to believe. And believe is not one thing, it's many mindset. And today I want to introduce to you, finally, it was a long intro, 4 lenses that you need to apply to your worldview, to your thinking. So it's 4 ways you shift your thinking in order to develop belief, to make this belief into your ability, first of all, to show up. And the second is that you showing up will add up to something meaningful to you. You need to have this belief. And developing this belief takes reps. And there are 4 major ways that will help you once you teach yourself and once you train yourself with repetitions to think that way. Your belief in, first, your ability to show up and do the reps, and second, that it's going to sum up to something, going to grow and grow and grow until you become unstoppable. And that's when you become force of nature and get everything you want. But let's talk about 4 lenses. How do winners who put in work consistently think differently to develop that belief in themselves and in that their work will sum up to something? 4 lenses to look on to anything that happens in your life. You are going through setback. You are going through hardship. Right? Imagine that, like right now, you in that. And probably if you're a human being, you are going through setbacks and hardships on a regular basis. So the first, they're not in any particular order. There are just 4 of them, 4 major ones that people who win, who do hard things consistently apply. So 4 lenses. Number 1, time lens. And time lens has 2 parts to it, past and the future. Future, this storm you're going through, it will too pass. This too shall pass. Even Bible said this, right? This not going to be forever. This hard period not going to be lasting forever. Nothing lasts forever. That's a guarantee in life. But what's going to last forever, it's the skills, the showing up, the grit to go through hard stuff. That's going to stay with you forever. Once you develop the skill, kind of like riding a bicycle. Once you learn it, you don't unlearn it. You have it. Yeah, at times it can be a little bit wobbly, but once you learn, ride the bicycle or swim, you learn it for life, right? So this storm will pass, but your skills to get through hard stuff and other skills that you will acquire through these storms will stay with you. And once the opportunity and times come into your life, better times come into your life, you will capitalize on your skills and get that leverage and get a lot more returns on your actions compared to people who never developed the skills. So time lens, this too shall pass. But then also look in the past. How many struggles you overcame? How many challenges you went through? How many hard stuff you already did? And you developed skills, and it was painful then, and it's not anymore. And you might not even feel a lot of those struggles. You're like, I did it before, what's new, right? I'm just going to do this thing, and it's going to go away. So time lens, you have this ability as a human being, the only being we are aware of that can do this to that extent. Well, maybe ChatGPT can do it too. But the point is, you can travel in time. And when you apply this time lens, in an intentional way to help you get through hard stuff, you develop more skill and you develop stronger belief that you can do hard stuff. And that also will help you to build the belief that you're going through hard stuff will sum up to something, because it eventually will. So time lens. The second lens that winners, people who go through hard stuff consistently, getting better and better and better, and then getting more and more results, apply to the setbacks, the hardships that come into their life. The challenge lens. No reps, no gains, no pain, no gain, no challenge, no victory, no villain, no hero. In order to become that hero that you see yourself, you need to get through hard stuff. In order to get better at anything, you need to get through hard stuff. Like you want to improve your fitness, you need to push harder. At least sometime, not all the time, but sometime you need to push harder. The challenge lens. Without challenge, there is no growth. And so people who go through a lot of hard stuff and keep going, they understand this. They understand that in order to build new skill set, it's like being a beginner at any craft. You suck at first, and that's your challenge. And if you stay with it and you keep learning and keep improving, guess what? You're going to build the skills. You're not going to suck that much, and you're going to get stronger, and the challenge won't feel that hard. So the challenge lens, whatever you're going through right now, it's a challenge. Lean into that. Don't try to escape it. Figure out what skills you need to build and lean into putting in the reps, right? It's a challenge. It's going to build the hero that you need to become to have what you want to have. The third lens of a winner of hard times, the learning lens. You see, if you were already good enough, and at some point it really dawned on me, like if you were already good enough, you would already have what you want. If you were already that great at business, you would already have the business of your dreams. If you were already great at having healthy habits, a certain nutrition habits, a certain exercise and sleep habits, you would already have the health and the body you want. And the reason why you don't have them is because you don't have the skills yet. And the skills mean set of behaviors applied to a specific arena to get a specific result. So you don't have that skill yet, and that's why you don't have the result you want yet. And at this point, I just stopped being disappointed at not having things that I want. I'm like, I'm not good yet enough. I'm not good enough yet. And so I gotta lean in, learn the business models, learn the sales, learn the lead generation, learn how to build good enough service and offers and etc. And once I am good enough for that, I'm gonna get more and more and more clients, and my business is gonna get better and better and better. So the learning lens. Every setback that you're going through right now has a lesson you need to learn if you're serious at becoming better and getting the result or the life change that you say you want. So the learning lens. Every setback has a lesson you need to learn, a skill that you haven't built yet. And once you build that skill, you will have the result that you want or get a lot closer to getting it. So the learning lens, all the winners apply this lens. And again, why are we applying all of these lenses? If you haven't noticed, by applying these lenses, you are telling yourself, this will sum up to something. So the time lens, the hardship I'm going through, it will pass. But the skills I'm going to build, they're going to sum up to me becoming better and the person who has more likelihood of having what I want. The challenge lens. This hardship I'm going through right now, it's building the person that I need to become in order to have what I want. Right? So it's going to sum up to something. Again, investing into that belief that it's all going to pay out at the end. You know, the thing that your brain needs, what's in it for me, that's what you're doing here. Building up this return on investment in your mind, making your brain see it's not waste, it's an investment into the future that you want. The learning, every setback, it's not there to just stop me. It's there to teach me, to help me to acquire the skills that I need to create the future I want. Again, every setback is an investment actually in the future that I want. So it's all around building up this belief. It's all going to sum up to something. And the truth in life, nothing is guaranteed. But if you don't have this belief, you're not going to put in the reps. Remember the beginning? And if you're not going to put in the reps, you're not going to get the learning, you're not going to get the skills, you're not going to get the leverage, you're not going to get nothing. No belief, no reps, no nothing. And the last lens that winners who go through a lot of hard stuff and still keep going and build themselves up and don't stop until succeed, use the last lens, the gain or the gratitude lens. Use whatever you want. The gain, not gap, the gain and gratitude, focusing on what you've already accomplished, the progress that you've already made, the skills that you've already built, the knowledge that you've acquired, the way that you got better. Also, all the things, all the resources that you do have. Compare yourself in this situation to people who don't have this and still make it happen. People from some very poor place in India built fortunes, and you have more and you're not doing enough with that. So grateful for where you are, for what you have, for what you've gone through, for the skills you've built, the progress you've made. Just look back at your journey with gratitude. Gosh, I went through it. I got it. I built it up. I have it in me to build it again. Thank you, universe, for giving me all these challenges that made me into a stronger person I am today, who is capable of facing heads on another challenge to build myself up, to build the skills so I could seize the opportunity when the time is right. So these are all the lenses that winners who go through a lot of hard stuff and still keep going and getting better and creating leverage and getting results. These are the lenses that those winners apply all the time, whether they think about them consciously or not. This is the type of thinking that you train that builds a strong belief that this all will be worth something in the future, just like the reps you put today in the gym will be more strength, mobility, and vitality later in your years. You develop this belief and then you put in the reps that help you to learn and get better and then get leverage so you could get more out of every action you take. I hope this was useful. If it was, please say hello on social media, Angela Brain Body Coach on Instagram, Angela Brain Body Coach, all one word. Send me an email, angela@brainbreakthroughcoach.com, angela@brainbreakthroughcoach.com. It's also somewhere in the show notes. Please do say hello. And of course, do share this podcast episode with at least one other person. Screenshot, like send them a link from Spotify or wherever you listen to your podcast, Apple, iTunes. I'm an Android user, so I'm not sure how you share it there, but share. Let's together learn to apply better ways of thinking to develop this unshakable belief that it all gonna sum up to our successes so we then can put in the reps, do the learnings, get the leverage, get the results, and keep moving our human race forward. That's what it's all about, guys. So help me do that. And besides that, have an awesome day, an awesome week. It's Monday here, and train your thinking, which then will help you put in the reps, get the learnings, get the skills, and get the result that you want. Have an awesome, blossom Monday, and talk to you soon.